Hi there, and welcome to the. Hey there, Dave. Welcome to the Call to Cinema. And I just realized I probably should have tweeted out that I was coming live. I completely forgot to do that in my hurry to actually go live, and my hair's all stuck up there. Uh, so if you want to let people know that we're live, be muchly appreciated. I would 1,000,000% appreciate it, as I'm going to do right now. Because tonight we're looking at some really, really cool stuff that came from Umbrella. It took a couple days later because of my fault, actually. But let's see, William, if we can get a bunch of people in with us here so we can do the unbox. Hey there, Carrie. Hey, Alan. So not only am I going to uh, go go live, I'm actually going to talk to you guys about something else too. I'm going to show you some stuff that I grabbed this week from our local shop, and I am going to. I apologize. I'm doing this while I'm talking to you guys. I'm also going to hit up the and give you an idea of exactly why once of our many stores closed down. And yeah, you might be surprised. So because I got a feeling, I kind of put my finger on it, kind of did. So let us see if we can get some peoples in here tonight with us. Oh my God! Hey, disconnected. I was actually, dude. I literally was just about to. Well, I'll do it anyway. To let everybody know, because when I came on, I forgot to let everybody know. You're awesome too, man. Right back at you. And I cannot wait till you watch it because I want your opinion on something, especially because there's a Canadian thing coming on here tonight that I'm going to be talking about, and I'm kind of stoked to talk about it, actually. So I'm going to miss a bunch of people. I do apologize, but I'm just going to randomly put out some names, and there maybe you guys can tweet and let other people know that I'm live. All right. So Umbrella came up with some amazing stuff. Say hi to your better half for me. Have a great evening, man, because you deserve it. Hey there, Barrett. So tonight I am wearing my Green Lantern hoodie because this is the season of hoodies for me. And I gotta buy one of my own hoodies. I really do because it kind of makes sense. I gotta pimp the merch on the store. So I got 4 brand new titles from Umbrella, plus I have some other titles to show you as well. But I'm actually really excited about these titles. Normally, I'll wait until I've watched everything, and then I'll look at the Umbrella stuff and I'll kind of review and rank. But I kind of wanted to get ahead of the game. Plus, I had other stuff to show you from earlier on the week, and I actually really do like Jimmy Neutron by Genius. So I will probably be looking at down the road. So we'll start off with my one of my favorite sublabels that Umbrella does, and I never usually go wrong with any of these titles. So Sunlit Screens, number 12, and Anna Kokonis did this one, and it is Head On. So let me know, guys, if you've seen this film. This is from a few years back. I think it was the late 90s. Hey there, Jocko. Welcome, man. I think this one was a late 90s film, if I'm correct. I know I've seen this like years ago, though. Yeah, 98. I knew it was the 90s. But I've never owned it. So we got a 6 years on historical featurette, a audio commentary on here, a music video by Paul Kepsis, Head On in Athens, behind the scenes photo gallery, theatrical trailer, and just so you can see the inside, because I know a lot of you guys here are big on seeing the inside artwork of stuff. We'll take the disc out. It's right there. You can see, kind of dig that alternate art. But as excited as I'm about that, there's a couple bangers coming here with limited edition stuff, special features, special stuff added into it. You're going to see what I mean. It's actually pretty cool. So next up is the World Cinema number 2, which is Federico Fellini's La Strada. And honestly, if you love cinema, then you've probably seen this movie at least once or twice throughout your lifetime. If you haven't, really look into it. La Strada is a really good film. This has the audio commentary with Paul Harris on it. Includes the 1 hour long Federico Fellini's autobiography documentary that was done, and a theatrical trailer as well. On the inside, I love, as always, the way they do the artwork on here. They give you this uniquely different artwork, and they don't limit it to one side. They do it with both sides. I remember in the day Arrow used to do this. Remember when Arrow used to do this stuff? And I love the interior design for the disc. I love Lestrade, actually. And so this won't be a blind watch for me. I've watched this quite a few times over my life, but this is my first time watching the umbrella edition of it, and the first time actually owning it. So shame on me, right? But we're not finished, because next up we have their latest exploitation release. Now, for some of you guys that like Arrow diehards who bought stuff before, you remember a title called Man from Hong Kong, and they're doing a new transfer of that. There's a new Man from Hong Kong coming out actually next month, or I think this month, because I haven't got my edition yet. But once upon a time, the Man from Hong Kong had like 3 or 4 movies as bonus features on it. And they were kind of just in regular, like standard format, kind of all put on one disc. But now Stunt Rock from Brian Trencher Smith, oh yes, Stunt Rock with stuntman Grant Page, got its own Blu-ray disc. But that's not all. This is the exterior artwork, and this is a really cool freaking movie, by the way. There's a band, I think it's called Sorcery, that he works with this. I'm not sure if the Sorcery was the real name of the band or was just the name of the film, but there's artwork right here for Stunt Rock, and on the back we got kind of like heavy metal art for Sorcery. It's very cool heavy metal art. Over the edge of sight and sound, you'll swear it's fantasy. You'll know it's true. And we'll get to this here. It's got some cool interior artwork on here as well. So one of Grant Page's crazy stunts, and I actually love this one here. Ain't no one alive that lives like him. But what's really kind of cool, especially for me, because as you guys know, I'm a huge comic geek. So they included this. This is a Stunt Rock comic book. And it's like super cool. The comic geek in me was so excited to see this. And I can't even, all right, I'll go back. By the way, so special features on this release here, because these usually have some pretty decent features. So we got a all-new Ultimate Rush conversation with Brian and Margaret Trenchard Smith. So that's a brand new one. Extended interviews from Not Quite Hollywood with director Brian Trenchard Smith and actor stuntman Grant Page. So those extended interviews, 82 minutes long. So they're really long extended interviews. We got 2008 outer commentary with Brian Trenchard Smith and cast members Grant Page and Margaret Trenchard Smith. 2009 commentary with Brian Trenchard Smith, Martin Fink, and Richard Blackburn. 2009 introduction. 2009 interviews with Smith, Smokey Huffs, and Marty Fink. 2009 audio interviews with Sorcery drummer Perry Morse. So the band wasn't named Sorcery. Oh, did you like Nemesis? I thought it was a lot of fun. I really do. Like the other ones are kind of like lower budget, but I do enjoy them. But Olivier Grenier, not the greatest actor, but actually it's a fun film. We got the Brian Trenchard Smith's Alamo Drafthouse appearances, Cannes promo reel, HD theatrical trailer, all new Brian Trenchard Smith trailer reel, and trailers from hell with commentary by Brian Trenchard Smith. So very cool to see this get its own Blu-ray release. This was a special feature on a disc a long time ago that my dad had, and it was cool, so cool to have it. And now to have the actual film on Blu-ray, really, really had fun with that. I cannot wait to rewatch this one. Actually, I haven't seen this one since the DVD ages, or the days of DVD. Oh, I love Nemesis. Yeah, that's I'll always go with that one. And kind of like a comedy horror. But oh man, you're gonna love the way this is like set up. This is, of course, Undead. And if you've never seen this one, it's a cool little film worth checking out. But there's more. There's limited edition stuff in this one as well. So I'll tell you the features first before I show you the limited edition stuff because it's really cool. So we got an commentary with Peter and Michael Sperig. It's the Sperig brothers and cinematographer Andy Strahorn. We got On the Set of the Undead, Attack the Undead, a short film, The Make of the Undead, homemade dolly video, Undead camera and makeup test, stills gallery, theatrical trailer. But that's not all. Oh, I'm glad you like it, man. This is the interior artwork right here. And right here. But even better. So this is the Blu-ray for Undead. And this is the CD soundtrack. So the Undead comes with the CD soundtrack. And that kind of blew my mind. And on here we have 17 tracks. Music by Cliff Bradley. Super stoked. I mean, like, I open up one, it's got a comic book. Open up another one, it's got a CD soundtrack. There are a load of special features. All these are region A, B, C, by the way. So it doesn't matter if you live in or out of the northern areas. I'll make sure they all are. Actually, no. La Strada is region B, so know that one. But Head On, Stunt Rock, and Undead are all region free releases. So I am going to be diving into these really soon because I'm getting a wide collection of these like sunburnt screen ones and these exploitation and beyond genres. Now, I don't get sent like with everything, so there's always ones that I have to pick up along the way. But it's cool because Umbrella's worth it. Like, I really want to get collections of all these. I've got a Central Screen one coming next month, I think. I think there's another Sunburnt, another Exploitation, and another Beyond Genres, I'm pretty sure. So we'll check on that. All right. So for those that are unaware, I actually am very lucky. Unfortunately, I do get kind of pay. I do pay because every time Ragman that they hit the border, I get hit with like a $35 to $40 like customs fee charge. So I am at least paying for half of these films anyway. Oh yes, Sunrock does actually. Sunrock's got a ton of features, man. Aside from the comic book that it has, Logan, it has like an 82 minutes of like interviews. It's got a brand new conversation with Brian Margaret Trenchard Smith, a whole bunch of audio commentaries, features, a lot of bonuses. So there's a ton of bonuses on this one. So this one's came out this month, and I think, well, this month to me, because I think some of them these are already out. But Man from Hong Kong, a brand new Blu-ray release of Man from Hong Kong is coming out, and that one I'll show you, man. And that one basically is going to have a ton of features on it and an extra film as well, by the way. So when you open it up here, super stoked. I love the comic book. I actually used, kind of was a bit blurry, but I used some of the artwork for the comic for the for my edition of it. Actually, I'm not quite sure of all the bonuses on Man from Hong Kong yet. I know when hopefully I'll get that soon. Hey, the Dungeon Walker, man. But I'll let you guys know as soon as I get it. I got to get through these. There's a ton of features on this one. Stunt Rock's going to take the longest to get through. But yeah, I haven't seen Undead in a few years. This one came in, I think, 2003. Now, the cool thing, Jocko, is remember, La Strada is the only region locked one on these releases. Stunt Rock with Undead and the Head On are all like region free. Umbrella doesn't lock a lot of their discs. They're actually really good about that. All right. So me and my better half It's usually me and Raj, but Raj is kind of visiting out of town. So me and my better half decided to go out because I wanted to get some on Saturday because I had to get my Starbucks. I'm a peppermint mocha guy. Usually I'll have the pumpkin, pumpkin spice latte in October. I'll go for the peppermint mocha in like in kind of November, December. Did they put a Suspiria? I did not know. I gotta check that out. Uh, and I'll then there's the creme brulee latte that I really want to try that I'm going to try soon. Um, but anyway, so we went there and we headed into our local Value Village. Now, for those that aren't from Canada, Value Village is kind of like a store, like a secondhand place, kind of like you'd see with like Salvation Army or one of whatever like dollar store. Merry Christmas to you, man. Have a great day. Uh, So we went in there, and every time my better half goes in, she doesn't go in very much anymore, and that's because every time she goes in, she finds something cool, and it like hits us in the wallet. And I talked about it the other day, but I didn't show it. So today I'm going to show it. Um, yes, in case you didn't believe me when when I said I found it. Uh, so if you ever wondered, like, what's something I can watch anytime, like I just doesn't matter because I'm that much of a Goodwill. Yeah, we have Goodwill here in Canada as well, but not around this area. I'm a huge Star Trek fan, like a huge Star Trek. You're about to find out how much Star Trek fan I am actually, and I better have too. So it's the first season. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah. So first off, this is season 1 of Enterprise. This was one of the later series. This is one I liked. A lot of people didn't like actually. You can tell it's season 1 when you look in here. See that? I also managed to score season 2 of Enterprise. And season 3. I think there's one. There used to be one dungeon in Ottawa on Steffanger, no, on Maryville Road, but I'm not quite sure if it's still there. So it's been a while since I've been there. I used to work in Maryville Road actually, in Ottawa. If anybody's familiar with Ottawa, then I used to work in Maryville Road at their at a future shop that was there, and then a Best Buy too. So, and that is season 4. So that's all 4 seasons of I love myself some James Severe's Kirkman. I got all those seasons too. For those who don't know, I've already picked up all of the. I picked up all of these seasons of Star Trek, the original series on Blu-ray, and Star Trek: The Next Generation's first 4 seasons on Blu-ray, and the last 3 seasons on DVD. But we're not finished yet. Because I also picked up season 1 of Voyager, and I remember I really liked Voyager. I remember when this aired, when the first episode aired. It was the beginning of like what was this channel? Was it the Paramount Network at the time? Not Paramount Plus, like, but it was like I think it was kind of like it wasn't the Paramount. It wasn't like eventually it became CW, but this was like the opening show for a network. And I got a season 2. I like the first episode of Voyager. I do think it got slower in the first season, but it gets favorite theme song. I don't know. The classic's really good. Season 3. I do think that they do kind of focus on 7 and 9 a little bit too much in some aspects of it, but to be honest, their character is exciting. So, season 4, we got the Borg in season 4 here. Loved the Borg episodes. The Borg are such a good villain. They're the Daleks, is what they are. For those that don't watch Doctor Who, Borg, Daleks, they're kind of the same thing. But you know what? It works. It works for Star Trek. We got season 5. Voyager has a great soundtrack. I got to listen to them all again, you know? It's been a while. I do love the soundtrack to Sliders. Season 6. So you got some more Borg action going on here. The Borg ships are just amazing, by the way. They just look incredible. And of course, Season 7 with the infamous ending episode. Voyager deserved a better ending. I'll tell you that right now. So, like I said, I really like my Star Trek. Hey there, Twisted. And I got a lot of Star. Wait a minute. So, my Better Half's favorite series, and the reason that we ended up picking up all the stuff here that she didn't have, and she loves the show more than any other, Deep Space Nine. Now, it took me a while to get around to liking Deep Space Nine. You want to know why? Because I'm a huge Babylon 5 fan. And I was one of those people like, Babylon 5, like, it got ripped off with Deep Space Nine. But Deep Space Nine gets really, really good. Like, really good. So this is season 1. And remember when I told you at the beginning of this video, if you were here, that I was going to give kind of a reason why I think one of the video stores that's used, one of the brick and mortar video stores, might have closed down. Does anybody here that's from Canada remember a place called Music World? Maybe had it in the US too. Do you remember Music World? I'm just going to take a second to see if anybody remembers Music World. I'm going to take a sip of my tea while I do. Remember awesome Music World was with all its different like releases and all different types of stuff it had, and would have like so some of these here are unopened. And on it is the original. Hey there, SJ, welcome, man. Is the original Music World price sticker. Now, obviously, this is not what I paid for. This was from Value Village. But what do you think the price Music World was charging for a season of Star Trek Deep Space Nine? Like, make a guess. In all seriousness, make a guess. For one season of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Come on, somebody has to make at least one guess. Let's see if you can see that. Maybe you can't. There you go. In case you couldn't see that, that was $154.99. So Dave's the closest. $154.99 for season 2 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Now, the one cool thing about this is this has never been opened. So somebody went, spent $154.99 at Music World to buy this and still didn't open it. Can you imagine spending $150 on anything nowadays and not opening it? Maybe the person passed away or something, who knows? Or maybe he had certain seasons he really loved and he just wanted to get them all. Because I got season 3 unopened with the Music World sticker. And yes, this one is that one was $154.99. Season 3 is $155.99. I'm trying to show you here. I know it's a bit glary, but I want to make sure that you know I'm not lying to you guys. $155.99. Season 4 is also, and this is the final last unopened episode, it didn't go up $1. It stayed the same price. So you're getting a deal because it's still $155.99 for season 4 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Thank God I didn't buy it from Music World. Yeah, true. Mint in box. See, I don't think of that. I'm such like a big kid that I'm always like grabbing my stuff and like just opening up right away. So I forget there's people out there that are like that. Good for them though. But the other ones aren't in box, so aren't like sealed. So there's season 5 and season 6, and of course season 7. And by the way, this does have a kick-ass ending. Deep Space Nine really does end well. Whereas Voyager kind of like was doing really good around the time, but they just didn't land the ending. Hey there, Anton. Welcome, man. And Enterprise literally didn't get the chance. It just got canceled too soon. Deep Space Nine pretty much like right out of the gate. Oh, I remember when Blank Tapes cast like the. We would have to. That's why we'd have to choose things like Twisted Cinema. When we got a blank tape, they were so expensive that I'm from back in that day. We would have to choose what we wanted to keep on the tape because if something else was coming on, and we had to be like, man, oh, this was like a $60 tape, and I had like a movie on there, or like because I was a soap opera fan back then, like one of the like Another World or something like that, and I had a bunch of music videos from Much Music because I was a teenager, so I used to tape a lot of like music videos off. I would have to decide: do I want to keep the music videos, or do I want to like put on like I guess John Badham's Dracula's coming out. I have not seen that yet. I really got to see that. I was gonna watch that a while back, Barrett, but I was waiting for my better half because if she wants to watch that too, because I've heard great things about it. Because obviously she's a massive fan. MTV, yeah. Well, we had Much Music, which is Canadian equivalent of MTV, and they played like a ton of music videos. And I grew up in the era of the music video, so a lot of people, like younger people right now, don't get like MTV was music TV for a reason. Almost the whole cast. Did they get oh God, what's his name? Well, two people that I need them to get. Well, three people. I want Cisco and Odo for sure, and if possible, Dax. Like because Dax, she leaves in the 6th season, so what happens to Dax, right? But it'll be interesting to see if they got her, like what her thoughts on it are, especially after her leaving. Is Music Plus? I remember Music Plus. Don't you? Didn't you guys like have like or don't you? You may still have a store like called Music Plus. And was that based on your music channel? Cisco was cool. Because see, people my age knew the guy that played Cisco for a show called Spencer for Hire, where he played a character named Hawk. Was this real badass? And Hawk is the biggest badass of badasses that you see. And he had this like goatee, and he kicked butt all the time. So when he went on to Deep Space Nine, he didn't want to be associated as Hawk. He thought too many people are going to see him with the goatee, and they're going to think he's Hawk. So in the first season, he shaved off his before the show started. He shaved off his goatee. Obviously, he grew it back because he looks cooler with the goatee, and they let him. He became more badass again. I don't know the Super Dave show. I remember there have been episodes of Bizarre, Justin, that have been released on DVD, and Bizarre is where Super Dave got its start at. So if you've ever seen Bizarre, then that was like they'd show like Super Dave segments on like episodes of Bizarre. But I'm not quite sure if Super Dave the show actually got its own got its own DVD release or not. I'd have to look into it. And I buy a lot of like DVD. I got like Red Green complete series, so I got a lot of Canadian stuff in my collection. I got FX series, both seasons of that. Crying out loud. Now we're gonna look at some stuff on here in a little bit. I wanted to come on here tonight. I don't work tomorrow. We're going to be doing like basic house cleaning stuff like that. I'm not sure where the flagship show was. Store was, to be honest with you. Oh yeah, I remember. Sunrise had that really cool place near the Eaton Center. Yeah, women don't find you handsome. They might as well find you handy. I find this time of year, especially like I'll watch like if I'll watch my regular like amount of films, and but then afterwards, what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and like I'll watch a bunch of TV stuff. So this is perfect for me. Um, I'm gonna be watching the hell out of this. I know a lot of people say, well, there's like streaming services and stuff like that, but I gotta watch my physical media. I really do. I do watch some streaming stuff. I do watch Arrow, the Arrow streaming service, and I'll watch a lot of documentaries on Tubi that haven't been released on DVD yet, or that have been released but are out of print. Which is I'm a huge documentary fan. So, and I'm a big comic book guy. So I was watching like around 2 or 3 comic book documentaries, and one VHS collector's documentary on Tubi as well, because I'm a VHS guy too. I just don't collect as many now. Though there was a couple that came on like our on our Facebook Marketplace today that I was kind of tempted on, like so just some Canadian stuff, some Wayne and Schuster VHS. I'm not sure if you guys know Wayne Schuster's or not, but it's Canadian like comedy duo. They were around for a while, and one of the guys, actually Frank Schuster, is related to Joe Schuster, who created Superman. Well, one of the co-creators of Superman, one of the two guys who created Superman. But Oh, they have a really good streaming service. Not only do they have like their films on there, Barrett, but they also have like Agfa films, Severin films, and for some of their own films, what they'll do is they'll pick films like this month's Phantom of the Mall, for instance. What they did was they put on Phantom of the Mall, all the cuts of it, and then you can watch it with the commentaries, and then you can watch all the featurettes that are on the Blu-rays as well. The one thing that I'll find out is that I found out is that the more I watch on streaming services, the more I buy. Like so, for some people, I know they're like it takes away, but for me, it's the opposite. It's like I can't be a person that just watches something. If I really really like it, I gotta go out and buy it. Like I can't just watch it on there. So if I'm looking for these documentaries online, and like some of these are to print now. Well, like Image Revolution, but the Image Comics guys. I'm a huge comic book fan, by the way. For those that don't realize it, who haven't been watching my videos the last few days, who see me like with a different comic book hoodie on pretty much either the Flash or Superman or Green Lantern. That's like my three big comic book hoodies. I also got a Batman. I think I got 2 Batman ones. And one Batman, one Gotham one. I think a Spider-Man one too. I think that it's definitely a possibility. Like we've gotten Star Trek: The Next Generation on Blu-ray, and if they can do Star Trek: Next Generation on Blu-ray, they can definitely do Deep Space Nine. Now, would that negate me keeping these? No, these are the original releases. So I might double dip if there was like new stuff on them, but I wouldn't get rid of the original releases, especially these, because I know some people hate these because they find them kind of clunky. But I've got like I think I had a season of Enterprise on Blu-ray already because I know this series is on Blu-ray. Hey there, Dustin. Welcome, man. Oh, the Silver Age. I love the Silver Age. But they're so cool. They're so well done. And by the way, for those that have collected these and are wondering, yes, the bonus discs, that ones that here that bonus discs are included. So you get the bonus disc as well in a lot of these here. And for those that are wondering, yes, the Enterprise has the best special features, like by far. Like they have like 90-minute writers' room episodes and stuff like that, which blows my mind because I love that stuff. And this is going to be watched over the next few days. Now I may have to wait on Stunt Rock for my cousin Raj because I got a feeling he's going to want to watch this one with me, and probably maybe head on. I'm not quite sure if he's seen this one or not. But La Strada, I'm not sure if you saw, but I think I watched this one on my own. Fellini and Undead too. Like that's actually might like those because it's kind of a comedy horror. So maybe I should wait till my cousin comes back in town to watch those there. But I'm going to definitely listen to the end of the soundtrack soon. And as always, for those that don't know, um, Howlin' Wolf Records, amazing soundtracks. I think got some new stuff coming out right now. I haven't been sent their new releases, but I have been sent many releases from Howlin' Wolf Records, and oh my god, every single one is amazing. Faith of the Heart. You mean the song from Enterprise? I actually like it. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I dig it. I really do. I mean, like, I couldn't believe people got so upset about it because I remember when it initially came on, and afterwards online, like people flipped out. You wouldn't know somebody came along and like like shot Kirk in the face or something like that, or they went on and said screw Star Trek Next Generation. No, they just had like words to like the opening song, and people were like, words and a Star Trek at the opening of a Star Trek one. How can you do that? So yeah, that was kind of silly back in the day. Oh, I got to do this thing, don't I? Okay. Hi, because this is YouTube. I had to stop for a second and do that thing that I really not great with doing. As always, here on the channel, it's YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazzy stuff. There's a link down below, right there, streaming cross. If you want to donate to the channel, it does help, especially right now. I understand if you can't because it is getting close to Christmas, but if that's something that you want to do, I appreciate it. There is also a Patreon down below. Thank you for all my patrons out there. You guys are amazing. You keep the channel going. I have a merch down there with a new 10% coupon that's coming out tomorrow for all my patrons. And what else is there? Super chat. There you go. And yada yada yada, all that stuff. Don't I suck at that though? Like, I know I'm in public relations. Like, I was trained in public relations and social media. I went to school for business, but I feel so awkward when it comes to some people are so good, so smooth at it. When it comes to saying that whole like, share, subscribe, all that type of stuff, I always feel like I'm there with my hat in my hand. So I'm sorry if I don't do it as seamlessly as some people do it. But there you go. I like Mellencamp though, man. I got Mellencamp on my iTunes. I think I got the greatest. I'm not sure if I got the greatest hits or the essential Mellencamp. I do have iTunes Music. I've got Apple Music. The miniature work on design is really good. Although my better half is a less of a fan of when they ventured out with the ship, as opposed to like she liked it more when they were like kind of self-contained into the space station satellite love, right? MSC3K. My favorite Mellencamp song is the Authority song. And if you knew me as a kid or a teenager, that would be very obvious, actually. Because I was that type of kid and still 100% geeky. Like, nothing cool about this guy when he was a kid. I'll tell you that much right now. Nothing cool about this man. I was the ultimate geek. Now, I want to go into some of the stuff here. Okay, let's do Umbrella first for the new releases, and then we'll look at some other stuff. Maybe look at some Vinegar Syndrome. Oh, by the way, big shocker. Got a message from Vincent today. My partner label releases that I bought. They were picked up today. So the label was created, and they were picked up today. So I should be, fingers crossed, because it's that time of year. You're never quite sure. I should be getting my Vinegar Syndrome releases. They say by the 22nd, but when they say that, it usually comes a lot earlier. But I think what it is for me, Barrett, is basically this is my last as a subscriber. Being a subscriber does help, I got to say. I'm not a subscriber as of like January, which is a shame because, man, there were some perks to being a subscriber that I'm going to really miss, like especially like getting my releases really quickly because, oh my God, like Vinegar Syndrome. Oh, nice video, man. Nice. My Vinegar Syndrome stuff arrived Well, I was one of the first people to get them this time around. Um, I was actually so stoked about that, and my partner labels, man, and have also shipped out. There's some really good stuff. I picked up the two VPs. I'll let you guys know that front in the partner label one. So I did go for because I didn't have them yet. So I wanted to get New York Ninja, and you know me, I got to get Sensor because loving that type of stuff. You know how I love my video nasty, like and like just documentary video nasty as well. So I just had to pick up Sensor. So Video Man, you'd be proud of me. I grabbed Sensor. Seven, I didn't go for this time around, and the only reason for it was well, aside from like kind of money issues at the end of the year, that happens, right? But was because I was worried about like getting hit with shipping. Like no fault of like Umbrella. Like I got hit with shipping on these releases right here, like on customs. I mean, but I don't care. I would gladly pay like customs on these any day of the week because holy crap, Undead with the soundtrack, man, and this has a soundtrack with it. It has a CD soundtrack. But yeah, so there was some great stuff. So let's dive in. I'm going to show you what's coming up for my brother first, and then we'll look at some other stuff here. So I realized I did it for me and I didn't do it for you. I do this all the time now, so I do apologize. So definitely pick it up. Like, and it's got the here. I'll tempt you even more, Video Man. I got to show you because it looks sexy on the inside. So we got this and this, and there's the Blu-ray, and right there's the CD soundtrack. I haven't watched Flesh for Frankenstein yet. I haven't heard anybody with any issues though. But I'll let you know, Dave, if I do. But let's dive into it. As you can see, they have a brand new sub label coming out. I hope I get this. They send me this sub label because it's Films of Fury, Big Boss, really cool stuff here. Haven't got my stuff for January. I don't think I got my pre-orders for January. My review copy thing for January yet. Run Lola Run. I hope they give me this one, and Puberty Blues will be awesome too. Is there any sunburnt screens? Constantly, yeah. Anything sunburnt screens. But right here is the brand new edition of The Man from Hong Kong. It's a brand new 2 disc edition. See what we say here, special features. So we'll have it here on the side. So we got on here, all new, real quick, an interview with the legendary stuntman Grant Page. As his first official release on Blu-ray, this has never been released on Blu-ray before. Yeah, I think it was released on DVD before from Umbrella. Original soundtrack CD is here. Audio commentary is here. Extended interviews. The Stuntman, a 1973 kind of 50-minute documentary by Brian Trenchard Smith. Kung Fu Killers, a 1974. 1975 TV special featuring Grant Page and George Lazenby, directed by Brian Trenchard Smith. Behind the scenes footage, press conferences, and opening night newsreels, trailers from hell, trailer with commentary, alternate trailer, HD, theatrical trailers, all new Brian Trenchard Smith trailer reel, which came on this one here. This is a cool film release, by the way. If you've never seen A Man from Hong Kong, 100% recommend this. The Man from Atlantis. If you talk about the Patrick Duffy one, that has gotten a release. And of course, I think the Beast is coming. Did I get the Beast coming? I got to check because I keep forgetting which ones I got coming. Let me see. Okay, December. I don't have the beast coming. I don't have any uh like of the sadly I don't have any of the beyond genres for December. So I do apologize. But but if you haven't got the beast and you didn't pick up the Arrow edition, this is a really look at this cover. This is such a cool cover. Not out on Blu maybe? It's out on DVD, not on Blu-ray, I don't think. I'll check, man. Uh, so this is the Beast, of course. Making of the Beast, introduction by film critic Peter Bradshaw, Frenzy of Ecstasy featurette, but I do have the Arrow edition, so I'm pretty good with this one. Interview with the director, biography of the director. I'm not going to pronounce the name because I'm going to butcher it. Stills Gallery trailer here as well. So cool stuff with this here. I love the fact that they're starting to do CD soundtrack out of Severin, because that's really cool. I wish like Video Vinegar Syndrome would actually get into more CD soundtracks. Yeah, if they don't get me to Run Lola Run and Puberty Blues and Cassie, or and films and Big Boss, I'm going to be requesting them because this one here has like Bruce Lee features Peter Thomas, a feature documentary, Bruce Lee, the man, the legend. I remember that documentary. Interview with Tung Wei, rare scene extensions, alternate openings, alternate endings, stills gallery. I think it's got like a postcard of the yeah, like there's a postcard right there of the poster. It comes in like on a white case as well, which is really kind of cool and sexy. Hey, Arch, welcome, dude. And for Run Little Run, Woodson ones that don't tend to have like a ton of features, but they're really good. Uh, we got commentary with the director and still running featurette. I like most people when I watched this movie, totally fell in love with Lola. Like who like a lot of guys. Come on, admit it. Did you also fall in love with Lola watching Run Lola Run? Because she was so kind of cast and she had that kind of like cool punk hairstyle with the red like the flaming kind of red hair. I just love that. Uh, maybe it's just me, but but I really did like Run Lola Run. Puberty Blues. This is I remember this one because uh, I'm a big like fan of like the cheesy uh, Attack the Killer Tomatoes. Grace American Hero. I thought it did, but I could be wrong. No, I think it had original Curie. I think it had like two like season put on DVD by Shout Factory. Hey there, Satan Mac. Welcome, man. And then I think they did a another release, kind of a big like release with two seasons and a cape. I'm not even joking. I think there was a cape with one of them. Hey, Eric, man, welcome. You saw it in the cinema. I didn't actually. That's one I missed in the cinema. I saw that one on a home video. Oh, Puberty Blues is uh, because the song of this Puberty Blues is used to kill the killer tomatoes and attack killer tomatoes. Spoiler alert for a really old cult film if you don't know it. Oh, but I'm so hoping that this is one that comes my way because I remember actually liking this film. I'm a big fan of those coming of age films. Takes me back to my youth. So we got the Rewinding Puberty Blues featurette on here, introduction from the director, audio commentary, interviews, photo gallery. So that's actually really cool. Super stoked about that. Yeah, I want to collect these here films of Fury. I really do. I love this. I love the kind of like the way it wraps around there, and we see like this here. We got like the films of Fury with the Bruce Lee. I do. I really do love that. I mean, they do such a good job with their slipcases. Like they don't do anything special, not like any special hard box slipcase or anything like that. They just they stand out. So when you go into my library, like you know when it's the exploitation stuff, you know when it's the Sunbridge screens of that. They don't have slip covers that one, and you know when it's my beyond genre stuff because they stand out because there's a uniformity yet uniqueness to them. So I kind of dig that. I know I'm kind of fanboying here, but I'm being me. Love to get some of these double features too. I might have to pick up some of these. Uh, Five Graves of Cairo. I might actually pick that one up down the road. I don't think I got this. I don't think I got into comic classics, but I do kind of like, I dig them. So head on. What I didn't get sent from last month was I got Devil's Playground. I think. No, that came out. It's number 14. That hasn't come out yet. Uh, but Sirens is the one that did not get sent my way, which I'm buying myself. Actually, I'm buying Sirens. So I don't get everything sent to me. I buy stuff uh, when it comes to review stuff. So just because a company sends me certain titles, at the end of the day, then the other titles I go out and I buy myself, and I like to support companies like that. I don't just go and get like something. Okay, this is a title. I'm glad that I got it, but I'll go out afterwards and I'll like say, okay, what don't I have from this company? What do I really, really want to get? And I'll let my wallet do my kind of do my basically say, okay, this is what I want to see more of. So Sirens for sure, Sam Neill. So I'm definitely getting this. Grant, Terry Fitzgerald, Ella McPherson. Oh, I remember the Portia de Rossi. I remember this movie so well. Yeah, I'm definitely picking this up. Producer Sue Milligan in conversation with Paul Harris from 3 Hours Film Buffs podcast, auto commentary with director John Dugan and Sue Milligan. Informal movie chat between Hugh Grant and our director, Sam Dugan, ABC Lively Arts interview with Norman Lindsay. Yeah, I got to get this. I'm sure they'll release them if they have the ability. Like it's all going to depend, Dave, on the whether they have the ability to or not. Like what the rights issues are. If they got the rights to do a non-limited edition, I'm sure that they'll do it. Let's go over to 7 right now. I'll actually check see if there's any type of announcement with it. By the way, for those of you that picked up that folk horror box set, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I really am because it's freaking awesome. Where's the search button on this thing? Is there a search button here, guys? Am I missing something? Is there a search? There's no search. There's no really. There's no search. That kind of sucks. So it says out of stock. Let's go down here and see if they say anything about it. I think if they can possibly do it, they'll probably put it out. It may just be missing the CD like soundtrack. Yeah, this is a brand new website too. So that kind of sucks. Not a fan of this. There's a search on the homepage. You mean I have the search for the search? That's not cool, man. We had an Air 504 Barrett on when we were doing it here on the Patreon, but it only lasted for like about like for me anyway for about like 10. I already signed up for that for about like about the first 20 minutes or so. So I was literally like going through page after page of Severance stuff, and I had some patrons cursing on me because they couldn't get to work, and I was just going through. That was working. So, and I wasn't buying anything. Maybe that's why. Maybe if I started putting things in carts to try to buy something, it would have crashed for me as well. But for those here that were here from for that video, then you know what I'm talking about. But things didn't do me any good because I wasn't buying any stuff. Like I really want House on the Edge of the Park. I love that slipcover. It looks sexy as all hell. It's got a Riz Ortolini soundtrack too, so you know I want that. I got Black Candles, but I really want to upgrade. I love this film. I know it's just it's cheesy. And it's not Jose Larraz's best film, but I dig it, man. I really dig Black Candles. I like the cinematography with it. Like I'm not gonna lie, I like the nudity. Uh, but uh, but yeah, but of course, Night the Demon too. Like don't care, but not about getting the figurine. I know that's like some people's bag. Like my good friend Jose, Master Chaos, he picked up the figurine. It looks really cool, but every figurine I pick up takes away from movies and comics I can buy, so I can't do that. The only thing that did tempt me, if I would have had the bones for it, man, um, is the mask. If I would have had like a really generous like donator, like come on, like the Master Chaos, like he's got like a couple guys, like he pays barely anything when these sales happen because they get like this viewer comes in and is like, here's $300. Buy some stuff, which is insane. Like it's awesome. Um, I had $100 donation a while back, and oh my god, it paid bills. I never got to see it because we're in the red. So I was like, okay, there we go. It was I was so grateful. But no, so if that ever happens, like in a mask or something comes out, like the mask, like the Night the DM mask, hell's yeah, that's what I'd go for first. Love that. I'm a huge mask person. So for those that don't know, I've got the Orphan Killer mask. I got it when I was in Montreal at a horror convention, and the director was there. Diane Foster was there. Oh my God, what a beautiful, beautiful lady she is in person and on screen. I think she's even prettier in person. And so they had it was did like a few masks that he did himself, right? Orphan Killer masks. And for those who've never seen the movie, it's a cool little film, an indie, like kind of a slasher film. It was promoted mostly on Facebook. It was one of the kind of like the first like horror film promoted on Facebook. And he had a few like actual copies of the mask that he made himself by hand. Now I think there are still Orphan Killer masks you can buy, but they're mass produced now. Um, Oh, Flip. Me and Flip are doing a video actually in a couple weeks. Flip Otaku, by the way, great channel. If you have not seen Flip Otaku's channel, what a nice guy. Um, I miss him. He's not on here as much. Like he doesn't get on here as much as he used to. But he's busy. He's running the restaurant, and that's somebody to watch list. I got a couple to watch now that I'm kind of behind on. But that's Shawscope box, man. That looks like the Shawscope box. I don't have either of the two boxes that I think are the boxes of the year. Will you be on the channel tomorrow? So check out the Flip Otaku, Otaku. Check out his channel tomorrow. Asian Movie Enthusiast is going to be there on Flip's channel. Flip does a lot of great stuff. Make sure that you check it out because really nice guy. My biggest support, the biggest donation I ever got on my channel was from Flip. Blew my mind. Like it was a super chat back in the day before donations. It was a super chat. It was like a $250 super chat. And literally, if you've seen that video, I'm in shock. I was in shock. What's the box of the year? Well, I can't tell you because I'm doing a kind of an award show for 2021. But let's just put it to you this way: Shawscope and the folk horror box set are both in the running for box set of the year. So I cannot tell you which one's going to get it, but it'll be in the culties, and that's my best of. Where people just who you get some people there, they're doing the regular best of. I'm not. I'm doing the culties. I'm doing an award show. But for anybody that's seen this, like I've seen some unboxings of this. I saw. This looks so good. I know that my good friend Brian Sauer has this from Just the Disc, and another channel you should be checking out with another with his podcasts, Just the Disc and Pure Cinema. And now he's got the YouTube channel. Well, now I'm going backwards. I have the YouTube channel. I've had it for 10 years, and I'm going to be doing a podcast starting next year. And I've already like completely filmed an episode of that podcast. So, but there'll be more coming. We wanted to get 3 to 4 done this year before we actually put them out next year. So we're still working on that. Right now, Dungeon Studio, we're looking at the Severin film site because I was asked the question. Maybe that if they're going to re-release Blood for Dracula in a standard edition as opposed because now that the limited edition is sold out. I'm not quite sure. I know that they worked on this with another company. We know that company is now. It's Vinegar Syndrome, who did Flesh for Frankenstein. But if it comes back and it's limited or it comes back with just a certain amount of copies, like don't sit on it. Blood for Dracula is a lot of fun. So is Flesh for Frankenstein. And I like people that get really picky and say, well, how come there's no title on Flesh for Frankenstein? On the case for Flesh for Frankenstein, how come there's no how come we don't see any the words? Because it would suck. It would look horrible. It truly would. I'll get my edition of like Flesh for Frankenstein, man. I'll show what I mean. I'll tell you what I mean by the fact that if the title was on the spine of Flesh for Frankenstein, it would not work. I swear by that actually. I've heard that. Like, I'll be honest, I don't really like I don't buy into it. Well, Adam McGowan, by far and large, except for maybe a couple things, pretty genius anyway. Especially when he was on kind of that run of like amazing films that I think really kind of really really hit it with the sweet hereafter. For me, that is what a downer of a film, but what genius work. But I'll show you what I mean with the Vinegar Syndrome. You got to work on that, man, when it comes to their website. So here for a second, don't worry, we're going back. So this is Flesh for Frankenstein. Crash has been really going around now. We got Crash from Arrow Video. We got Crash from Criterion. We're getting Crash from Umbrella. I'm down with it. Like and on here. So a lot of people said they wish that the title Flesh for Frankenstein or even Frankenstein would have been on the side here. Where? Like where? Are they supposed to put it like in raised letters over the stitching so that it doesn't work, so that the stitching doesn't work? Like it doesn't make sense. Should they have taken the stitching out and thereby kind of ruined the look of the box? That doesn't make sense. So the whole concept of saying I'm upset that Flesh for Frankenstein doesn't have like the word on the spine it's silly. And I'm going to put you this way too. See this movie? If you see this in your shelf and you've ever watched Flesh for Frankenstein before in your life, even if you haven't, you will immediately know what this is. Like, exactly. You are not going to miss this on your shelf. You're not going to be like, God, I wonder which one of these is Flesh for Frankenstein. Which one could it be? Which one is Flesh for Frankenstein? Is it the really good quality movie with the big set, or that other thing that I'm probably going to sell when it sells out? Yeah, pretty much. I'll listen to the commentary, but I'm so not into what I've seen, the Ebola syndrome. Not into it. It's not my thing. But it's okay because it's a lot of people's things and a lot of people buy it. So I'm not going to diss it. I'm not dissing the movie. It's just not for me. Like I never liked out and out diss films. I'll jokingly I'll go with the Cardona set and I'll make like the Cardona jokes. But with that being said, when I do make kind of a joke like that, understand I'm not dissing your film if you like it. It's just I'm giving my opinion on something, and that's just it. My opinion. My opinion is definitely not law, so that's okay. Um, it's just my opinion. But I do dig that there, and I'm so excited now that the partner labels are coming. So I will have those before, fingers crossed before Christmas. So I'll be able to show you guys my partner label unboxing before Christmas, and that'll be kind of cool. So we got some stuff there as well, and also I think that's pretty much it. I was he's not here tonight. Stefanos actually had something he was sending my way, but not quite sure if it gets sent out or not because I know Stefanos is really busy. So but when I find out, I'll let you guys know because I'm very excited because he did offer to tell me what it was, and now that I haven't spoke to him in a few days, I'm like, I kind of want to know, like a kid at Christmas, because it kind of is Christmas. All right, what was I going to do before? Where was I going to go with this? Oh yeah, hey Adam, welcome, man. Snowpiercer. I gotta get a good Snowpiercer set. I gotta get this set. Look how gorgeous this is. That is gorgeous. So all I gotta do is win the lottery after Christmas. I'm set. Sadly, probably not gonna happen. All right, so we're still in part label month with Vinegar Syndrome. Some people are underwhelmed. Not me. Utterly adore partner label month. And as you know, I'll be unboxing some of this stuff here. They showed Justin showed on Facebook the package for her smell from Gunpowder and Sky, and it's the front and back. The slip look amazing. The booklet on the inside looks really freaking cool. Yeah, it has been actually. A lot of people love that movie. I gotta have on my channel because, and hey there, freaking wave, welcome, man. Because I always get basically the thing hey, you don't hate anything. You're Canadian. You must like everything. I always got to have one movie or one thing that is my kind of my go-to hate. I was looking at something online, actually, a dungeon. What's really cool. So Bob Dylan was a big fan of Flesh Pot on 42nd Street. Unaware of that. I was unaware of it actually. So he actually painted a picture, which is painting is a reproduction the painting is almost like a reproduction of a shot from Andy Milligan's Flesh Pot on 42nd Street. Look it up, you can find it, man. It's really cool. It's amazing how good of a job he did, in painting it. So he must have really dug that movie, man. And let me know what you think of it. Not just over all the plot itself, but one thing that I say that stands out, Dungeon, was because I'm not a huge Andy Milligan fan, so I'm not pimping Andy Milligan unless I really like something about him. But this movie here, that's listen to the words, the script. It sounds real. Their conversation sounds real. What's the movie that's on the thumbnail? That is Vengeance Trails. Actually, it's a 4-movie set, Western set, put it by by Arrow Video. They had a sale. I'm pretty sure the sale is over right now. But you can check. Might still be on. It had one of the great films on there. Adam is it has Massacre Time by Lucio Fulci, which is a kick-ass western. Actually, a really good western. So definitely check that out. Yeah, that like Dylan picture like really made me like second guess not getting in the Milligan set earlier the year, but I couldn't afford it. But if it's still available next year and I got the bones for it, man, I might pick it up. Uh, I am trying to pick up some different Saw movies this year. Yeah, it's really cool. So I don't have the set yet myself, Adam, but I've heard great things about it and definitely recommend it. Man, I picked up like Lucio Fulci's Massacre Time back in the day for like $25 on VHS. No features, nothing, of course, VHS. It was like a second generation copy from Video Search Miami. So I was very excited to hear that they were putting that out. Do I have it? No, it's over there. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what impressed me with this film. Like the film Fleshbound on 42nd Street, for those who know, there is like an X rating to it. It's an adult film, but in the very, very like slimmest of terms. So if you go into Fleshbound on 42nd Street expecting to be titillated for adult cinema, you're not going to get that. That's not what Milligan didn't give a crap about that. Uh, he cared about making the people seem real, and it works. So I think that's one of the key things there is that he was pretty much told to make an adult, so he made an adult in the very vaguest way possible, where it's like, okay, yeah, this he doesn't care about this. You can tell he doesn't care about it. But the argument, like with the guy she's in with, that's at the beginning of the film. The conversation between her and her friends at the local dive bar there, just some of the sequences are so well done. It sounds like actual people talking on the street, and that's amazing. That's so hard to do, is to get a voice and have it sound like a voice. So it's one of the things that Stephen King when he's at his zenith when he's with his writing, does well is it makes it sound like okay, you're in a room, listen to people talk, and real people talk, not like people are reading off of a script or not people are saying something just to advance a plot a part of the plot. You can tell when somebody is actually good with dialogue and actually can make dialogue sound real, as opposed with somebody is when people are speaking and that speaking is just there to push along the plot. Oh, it did have amazing production value. I just couldn't get in, just didn't like the film. But dude, that's me. I'm in a minority when it comes to that film. Definitely getting Vengeance Trails. Excellent. That is a cool release. I'll check to see if Arrow still has their sale going on, man. The sale is unfortunately ended, but I would recommend. Let's see what's on Vengeance Trails again. I can't trying to remember. I always remember the Massacre Time. That's my favorite. Join the cult. Yeah, join the cult. All right, the cult of cinema. Uh, join the Crimson Cult. Be a patron. What we got? Massacre Time with Franco Nero and George Hilton in it here. My name is Picos with Robert Woods. We have Massimo Delmano's Bandidos, excellently cool film there, and of course, and God Said Kane with Klaus Kinski. And who the hell doesn't love Klaus Kinski? With a bunch of features on here, including like some commentaries with C. Courtney Joyner, Robert Woods, Kat Ellinger, one of the great commentary people of all time. Actually, she is amazing. But yeah, there's a ton of great stuff there. Anyway, there's a sale there that yesterday just ended, man. Uh, but definitely worth checking out. Yeah, Hurt Smell, 100% recommend this one. Cool film, cool character piece. Censor. These VSPs, I'll be interested in seeing how I like them because like New York Ninja looked like something I could watch with my like my cousin Raj and and Hind. Like the three of us would sit down and watch this because it's just kind of cheesy action fun, and that's kind of our bag. Now, Censor, I'm probably going to watch on my own because neither one of them are really big horror fans. I'll try to get Raj to watch Censor. We'll see how it goes. But super stoked to check this out, man. Got Ellinger commentary on there too. Gotta love that. Band the Sadist videos documentary. I think I got this one on. Pretty sure I got this one on House on Straw Hill from Synapse, but I'm not sure if it's both parts. I didn't know it was a two-part one, but either way, it's cool to have it again. Hey there, Travis. Welcome, man. What's your favorite on the set, or kind of like an all the way through? For me, it's Massacre Time because I just really love that film. I can't. I mean, I really wanted Unobstructed to do well. Why not be Canadian, uh, like Diabolique, but they still got some stuff to work out, man. I my hopes are they do well. Regular Media's video. I haven't seen the video. I've actually steered clear. I like Regular Media too, but I've steered clear of it, Robert, because I want to see it after I watch the movie. Have a fantastic night, man. Anytime that I'm not working, my week is good. So there we go. Well, this is a job too. This is my second job, but anytime I'm not working my day job, my work is good, and my week's good. And it's not. I'm not working tomorrow, so at least tomorrow should be good. Kids, oh man, love the film. Brutal film, man. I don't remember her name is Pico, so that's actually that might be a blind spot with me, Travis. So super stoked to get that set down the road because I'm a big Western fan. I love spaghetti westerns. They're my favorite type of westerns, actually. Like I like spaghetti westerns, and I like myself some old school Gunsmoke as well. I do like Gunsmoke for like TV series wise. But yeah, I definitely recommend that New York Ninja Censors here, Her Smell, Detention by the catalog. Yeah. So for those that don't know, Detention is a Korean video game. Is it Korean? I'm trying to remember. My kids have played the game, but I haven't. But anyway, it's a very cool Silent Hillish style game. But this is a film that really had some issues over. Uh, it's really cool, man. Like when you check it, because this was kind of banned in China, right? Was it China? This movie got banned in China. Taiwanese. Thank you. I knew you'd know. I was wondering if you were still here. Maybe I did that just to test you. No, I didn't. I didn't know, man. I don't mind saying when I don't know something. Well, I'm so excited about this film. And this release too. And it's so vague. I mean, it's so vague. It's like the features. Like, really? Heavy Trip looks amazing, man. Congratulations. Because it just says like music video, 3 featurettes, 2 essays. Is it video essays, auto essays? Are they like writings in a book? I don't know. This is like a surprise bag, grab bag to me. I have no idea what I'm getting, but I just know that I really like this style film, and I'm so looking forward to watching it. Hey there, Chris. Welcome, man. Being natural here. Rebels of the Neon God. Actually, looks kind of cool, but it was a pass for me this time around. Savage Harvest. No, a lot of people are going to grab this one. I'm kind of burning out on this style cinema. Like I got to be something really catches my eye. And this looks like cool as heck, but it was a wait for me. Norway's Assholes didn't really impress me that much, but I can see that being like kind of a big cult hit. Moments like this never last. I know this is going to be like me. Uh, this is a me only thing, I think. But big fan of Utopia, love documentaries. Uh, really want to see this one. Really, really want to see that one. Smut Without Smut is still available. Summer of Fear. I am so jealous of everybody that managed to get Summer of Fear because such a cool slipcover and a really cool film. Actually, I'm a huge fan of of TV horror, and this is a TV horror film done by Wes Craven. But it's sold out super fast. I think a couple of my friends got Boarding House, which eventually I will pick up. So Sorority Slaughter, I don't know. It's not the greatest. Uh, I'm ready for is really good. Last Matinee, I do want to see. I don't know if I need to own it though. Yes, I do. I think I do need to own it. I think Knife Plus Heart is one of my kids' favorite films that they watched on Shutter. They really love this. That was an amazing film. Shit and Champagne looks hilarious. It does. Utopia, doing a good job, Utopia. I cannot wait to watch these. Watching Summer of Fear live, that's super cool, man. Shattered Dead is here. I remember Shattered Dead. For Mad Men only. Like another great Utopia release. Psycho Sisters I'd get before I get Sorority Slaughter. Deadlocks, unfortunately, also that was a really cool release. Rancho Deluxe was a really cool one. Shiva Baby, like 1,000,000% Shiva Baby. Keep an eye out. That sounds like the the tagline to a very tasteless joke. I remember. Um, if you remember, too, don't say it. Mail Order Murder, I got that. Treasure of the Ninja, I got that one. I want to get Hallelujah. Adoration too. I've heard great things about Adoration. And Martha Picture Story. Would love to have gotten that one too. My coupon didn't cover it. Walking the Edge. I grabbed that one. I'm glad I got that one before it went out there. Heavy Trip. Video Man. I do want this movie actually because it looks freaking hilarious. And Smile. I missed out on the slipcover, but I don't care. I'm not that big of a slipcover guy. I just want the film. So I got to check it out some night. It's streaming right now on Arrow Video streaming service. So I will check that out. Any of you guys here have the Arrow streaming service? I have not seen the trip yet. Uh, Hold on, let me show you something. Not the best way to show it, but so before I go any further, so I've been digging the hell out of Arrow streaming service recently, and I'll kind of show what I mean. Resellers. What's a reseller? You mean like somebody that just buys movies to resell them? Yeah, that ain't. That's so not me, dude. So this is the Arrow video streaming service. As you can see, there's the Lindsay Baker collection. The Shawscope films are on here as well. The Last Matinee is there. Got Max Contenti selects. Middle of the Snow Women's there. Sublime Gothic. Phantom of the Mall. I'm going to hit on Phantom of the Mall to show you something. So you're going to notice, hopefully you'll be able to see it, that on Phantom of the Mall, It has not one, not two, but three versions of the film: the theatrical cut, the fan cut, and the TV cut. Oh, I am there with you, man. I hate. I'm a gamer, and I've not been able to get video game system from this generation, not a PS5 or not an Xbox Series X, because of resellers. So yeah, those guys suck ass. Um, but also gives you the editions of the movie with commentary if you want to watch that as well. If you want to watch the featurette, the 42-minute featurette that came with it called Chop to Drop, that's also on here. And it even has the Vandals Go to the Mall 12-minute featurette there as well. And they have things done like 70s, 80s, 90s, like new cult films. They have like westerns, essential releases, and you'll see like stuff here like Pistol for Ringo, The Return of Ringo, Django films that they have there, Kiyomo, Texas Adios, Cemeteries of Crosses is on here. The Sartana films are all here. Massacre Time, My Name's Picos and Bandidos, and God Said to Cain is also here right now, so I may check these out until I can get the set. So anyway, they have a ton of stuff. Just wanted to let you guys know. If you never tried it, the Arrow streaming service, hands down, right alongside, they're just as good as Criterion. They put features on a lot of their releases. Great stuff. The fact that they just put the Shawscope like box set and they put every Shawscope movie on there, and people say, "Well, if it got all the Shawscope movies on there, are people really going to want to buy the Shawscope box set because it's in the stream service?" Yes, trust me. When you watch these things, it makes you want to buy them even more. Well, the $150 for a single movie. What are they selling for $150? I'm kind of curious, man. I wouldn't pay any. I got all the VSAs that are out of print, and I'll tell you right now, there's neither one I would pay $150 for. Like I'm glad I got them, but no, $150 for like for any really almost any film. No. Aaron does not play that game, dog. Oh, somebody mentioned that they were looking at picking up Steel and Lace. Here's the by the way, if it's champagne and bullets, you dodged the bullet. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So alternate artwork for Steel and Lace. Super cool movie. Martial Law's a good one too. That sucks, man. That really sucks. I'm sorry that people are doing it like that because they shouldn't. Hopefully, eventually, maybe MVD Rewind or someone will get like the martial law films and you'll be able to get them without like the VSA release because they did that with some of the other releases like Jack Frost, and then they put a Jack Frost 2. Hey, they're trash welcome, man. And did it with another release. So I think it's Action USA. They put out like Action USA, MVD did. And of course, Mill Creek put out a Rad afterwards, so people didn't miss out on Rad. So I'm glad that the limited editions are out there, but I do hope I'm not a person where it's like, oh my god, I got a limited edition. I hope nobody else gets this. I hope nobody puts it back in print. I'm just the opposite, man. If I got a limited edition and a company decides they're going to like make more of them, I'm cool with that. I want as many people to see as many cool movies as possible. I don't care if like you said, oh man, it's going to devalue the what my edition's worth. Don't care. For me, it's all about the love of the film, man. Oh, did you really? No. Steel and Lace is a revenge film. And it's kind of a cool one too. It's got some pretty cool actors in it, some cool character actors you're going to recognize as you're watching it. It's going to be one of those like, oh, I know that actor, type of thing. Oh, Shoot Fight. I remember that movie. Bowling Young, not a great actor, but definitely a great physical presence. Like he's in my Tiger Claw films. He's a killer. I'm pretty sure in Tiger Claw films. Now it's not giving anything away. It's like right from the beginning. It's not a mystery. But I still, I'm still saying this right now. Come on, Vinegar Syndrome. You've done Martial Law 1 and 2 with, you know, Cynthia Rothrock as the secondary lead. You've done Tiger Claws 1 to 3 with Cynthia Rothrock as a secondary lead. And why not do actual movies where she's the lead? YouTube's get free movies. That bites me. For people that know me, I don't get rid of anything, and especially if it's given to me, that kind of burns me a bit because it's so hard to get to that point where where a company actually trusts you enough to send it something for you to review and give your honest opinion no matter what. That the fact that some people like get it and would like go and just flip it right away. Like I knew a guy that had a radio show. He was a reviewer in an area, and so basically he had a radio show, and he never got rid of anything. Like for like about like 3 or 4 years, he ran this big like radio show, did a whole bunch of reviews on it, and he had a bunch of titles. So basically, he was at the end of the end of it, he was just like moving, and he couldn't take anything with him because he was like moving outside the country. So at the time, because the way he felt about it was he actually went out there and contacted the people that sent him, the companies that sent him the movies, and said, "Just so you know, I'm moving. Is it okay if I get rid of some of the movies that I've had here for like 2 or 3 years?" Which is really cool. That's the way it should be done, I think. Um, but that's just me. That's my thought. Like everybody's different. Non-exploitation box set. How is it? That's the Nasty Habits one, dude. That looks so good. That's got some really cool films on it. Well, steroids were used back like in the day. But they're still used today. I remember Jose Canseco wrote a book at one point, and it was like, yes, I took steroids, but if every like athlete took steroids, sports would be much more exciting to watch. And I'm like, no. For a second, I was like, yeah, if every athlete took steroids, sports would be like, wait a second. Not sure, but maybe it'd be exciting to watch because roid rage in the middle of the baseball field. Okay, but yeah, that wasn't hilarious. That was a comment made by Seiko Seiko when he wrote a book. Dude, it's okay, man. Uh, we speak pretty freely here. Um, only bring down the hammer when I have to. But the Nasty Habit set looks so good, man. Flashpoint Force Extra was $75. So you didn't buy the box set? You bought the set, like the movie on its own? I know it's out of print now with Vinegar Syndrome, right? And that was the reason. I'm not quite sure how I feel about like steroids in boxing. Like you're already getting punched in the face. Do you want somebody punching you in the face that's angrier? Oh, yeah. I'm wanting the PS5 and the Xbox for since they were announced. So if I lived in it, if I knew somebody, and I lived close to somebody that was like was one of those reseller guys that were like was like buying all the copies of like systems and hoarding it, I would go Negan on their ass. That's what I would do. Just so you know, I would definitely go Negan on their ass. I like to see Man Connection get a good another good release. It was released initially. Was that for Grindhouse? Was the Grindhouse release? Not Grindhouse. God, what are the names again? I can't remember the name of the company that released them, but I know I used to know a bunch of their stuff. Dangerous Men too. I'm not sure if that's still got a good release. That needs a good release. So, what do you think, John? Did you like the Nasty Habits? Are you glad you got it? And if you haven't picked up the Sinful Nuns of Saint Valentine's from Kino, make sure you pick that up as well. It's a really good release. Animal Draft House. Thank you, man. Why do I always get them confused with Grindhouse? I do. I get them confused with Grindhouse all the time. This is not the first time. This is like the second or third time I got them confused. Does Animal Draft House stuff like go to print? I've only got a couple of the releases. Like I got that one. I got Miss 45. Hey there, Dennis. Welcome, man. But I'm pretty sure that's still in print. I doubt like Miss 45 is ever going to go to print. I'll be shocked if it is because it's a really good film. I'm definitely digging on that film a lot. I really love Miss 45. Image from comments, really. Yeah, Christina Devil Nun. Did you get that one with the comic books? Did you go for like the bundle, the Nundle? I guess it was called the Nundle, right? Yeah. So those that don't know, Severin Films put out and a Nundle release where it had the 4 films from the Nasty Habits box set, as well as 2 comic books as well. Deadly Prey. That's one was released by Massacre Video. I know that one because I got that one. Deadly Prey. They released actually. Oh God. They released the Killer Workout too, but I don't have that one anymore. Is there hate on Halloween 4? Halloween 4 is one of my favorites. Hey, Kaz, welcome, man. I got some Australia releases here. Stunt Rock with the comic book. Undead with the CD soundtrack. Lestrada, the Second World Cinema, and of course, Head On. So, one of my favorite companies going right now. I actually gave them a good rating on my when I did my report card. Well, Carnival Magic. So the way that it works, so Carnival Magic is an oddity for Milligan. That's not a normal one for him. Like that's one of like kind of his more. I thought Carnival Magic was Al Amson though. No, Amson's not much of a not really a gore one. Like Herschel Gordon Lewis, that's gore. If Herschel Gordon Lewis would be gore, and what Adamson was different. So with Adamson, you get a bunch of everything. So it could be like a horror film, could be a western film, could be like a biker film. So he did a bunch of everything. It's cool. They actually got a comic book like in there as well, and they interview like the people from the film too. Some footage missing. I'll check it out. I got to find out. I think Undead is $29.95 Australian. So these here were sent to me for review from Umbrella Entertainment, but customs like stop them at the border. So I paid around $30 for the for these because I paid customs fees. Only have like 2 companies that I actually get that I get like any type of like review copies from. I'm very upfront about it. because I think it's important to be, and that is Mill Creek Entertainment and Umbrella Entertainment. I got one like lot from Kino, and then they screwed me over and didn't give me anything else. But Umbrellas have been very good, and Mill Creek have been very good, and thank God they have, because I've been buying a lot of the kind of like crazy movies between Severin and Vinegar Syndrome. So when I get like something from one of them, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit back and watch a good movie. You know what I mean? Like when you're watching a lot of like crazy stuff, after a while you're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna watch some like not so insane films for a bit. I'm gonna sit back watch some Fellini. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna watch like it's crazy this Stunt Rock Grant Page. I love Grant Page. Have you really? I keep getting hit every single time. I got hit with customs like for so over $50 one month, and I got hit with customs at Severin. I got to get some stuff I bought from Severin. I'll definitely look into it, man. I don't have the other release though, so that's the only thing. This is my first release for the Undead. No, it's not. I may have a DVD release of Undead actually. So Sean, I'm not as of like January. I'm no longer a subscriber, so I'm back in the same boat as you. I'm actually I'll ship my partner labels order is already like shipped. That's shipped today actually. It's actually in Toronto right now. So it'll be a few days before it gets here. But when I get my partner label stuff, I'll actually come on here and I'll show it to you guys. I get my partner label stuff and I bought the two VSPs, so I'll show them on the channel as well. I know you guys have seen them, probably a dozen different places from other people, but I'll just do my own kind of my own version of the unboxings. I used to do it. I'd keep them in the box and I'd like have the like the plastic and stuff on them. And I found that when I did that, I would be kind of fumbling with take the plastic off. The air shipping, yeah. And then I'd be, and sometimes I'd have the plastic on them. There would be too much of a glare, so we to see things well. So I took pictures of the Stunt Rock and those before I opened them up today, because they had stickers on them with like the comic book inside and CD included, limited edition CD. Shaw Brothers stuff is really cool, man. They're not all as crazy as Mighty Peking Man. They're all fun. They're all fun releases. So you'll find like some crazy stuff there. You find some cool stuff there. You find a lot of martial arts stuff, and like just really good martial arts stuff. And it depends on like you prefer like Eastern martial arts films or Western martial arts films. Yeah, as I said, it's always the handling fees. So I'm talking right. So they hit you with like $10 for the GST HST, and then they give you like $20, and hit you with $20 handling fees, and they're just starting to do this, and nothing to do with the company themselves. The company has nothing to do with that, but customs get you, and it's like it's. I feel like it's at the end of the year, Dungeon, and the customs people are like customs guys are like, well, let's have a Christmas party. How are we going to get the money for the Christmas party this year? I know. Let's hit people with massive customs fees, so that we can have our Christmas party. Probably not the case, but that's how I feel it is. Being in my mind, in the crazy topsy turvy world that is my mind, Dungeon. That's how I see it going. Some evil like customs people leading the charge of like, oh, that's it. Yeah, that's this. We're gonna pay for our amazing booze party. Shit, Alpha DVDs. Are you serious, man? For those that don't know, Alpha is a company that puts out a lot of really cool stuff, a lot of really crappy editions. By the way, a lot of cool. Their box art, awesome. It's like super colorful and amazing. Uh, and but yeah, they do. They're usually super cheap. They're like usually $2 or $3, that type of thing when it comes to their releases. And I actually bought a few of them because I love the covers and I love some of the movies that they put out. See, I got a friend in customs actually. It's not doing me any good. Like she doesn't pull any strings for me, but I do have a friend in customs. Oh, that sucks. So, did you really? That's actually pretty clever. That was, but I'd be scared they'd actually take me up on that. Because the first time I got hit, like, was we were doing, like, it wasn't a good month for us, and, so has it been a good month at all this year? Holy crap, 2021. What have you been doing to me, man? Uh, but yeah, so I was almost dreaded time I better have, like, I gotta put customs. So what am I gonna do? And hinges along the lines of, pay the customs right away, get it done with, get the movie to you as soon as possible. Ricky O is insane, Owen. I love it. Whereas Ebola Syndrome is not my bag, Ricky O definitely is my bag. I love the hell out of that film, which seems, it's different. It's a sequel no one wanted. Yeah, there you go. But I definitely would recommend Ricky O. I haven't seen the 88 Films edition, but they've been putting out some pretty cool stuff recently. Let's take a look at it. I did a video actually for well, I'm doing all my report cards, so I did one for 88 Films. Four commentaries. That's insane. That's awesome. It's like Taboo from Vinegar Syndrome. I also had four commentaries on it. That's why it took me so long to review the damn thing. Robotrex. Oh, really? Robotrex is here? Where we got Ricky O at? Come on, show me Ricky O. My good friend George actually picked up Hatch for the Honeymoon. He actually unboxed it on his Facebook channel today. And he watched it too. He actually really liked it. He has such good releases here. Erotic Ghost Stories here. The Tough Ones, fantastic film. Snapshot, I know everybody doesn't like that, but I actually love Snapshot. Let's go to the Asia collection. They'll probably be there. I'm listening to a lot of Apple, like iTunes. So I got Apple Music. I listened to a lot of Apple Music recently. And I have the songs from Next to Nothing soundtrack, like literally like going through my head. Crazy all the time. For those that have never seen it, or never seen the musical, or never heard the music, it's kick-ass rock film, rock musical. Hey, Dungeon, have a great evening, man. They do have some actually cool vintage exploitation. Why can't I find Ricky O here? Ricky, okay. Not in stock. Shoot, that's why. Okay. Let's check it out here though. First, let's bring it up. Gorgeous looking, man. Cage Fury, was that the other title for it? Like, I think Cage Fury thinks I'm totally different, man. Uh, so rigid slipcase, so it's hard box. Uh, Artwork from Kung Fu Bob O'Brien. Double-sided photo poster, four replica lobby cards, 40-page hardbound, perfect bound book. Ricky O, Prison on Fire. Uncut HD restoration 185 ratio. A 2.0 Cantonese theatrical mix and a home video mix. Remastered English subtitles, the way you want to. Got a 2.0 English mono and 2.0 English and a 5.1 English DTS master audio. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 commentaries, just like Asian movie enthusiast said. Interview with Fan Su Wang, Hong Kong trailer, English trailer, versatile sleeve. It is region code B. Oh yeah, you can't like not be impressed with their stuff lately. Like, it's insanely good. Coming soon, not in stock. What the hell? It's not. It's coming soon, but it's not in stock. Well, hopefully the perfect job comes through, William, man. I know you've been looking for a while. Oh yeah, this is the okay. This is the new Anaconda release. Like, there's a slim case release at Walmart that has 4 Anaconda films on it for like $10, but this is sexy as hell. I thought there's 4 Anaconda films, but I'm guessing there's okay. There's 4. This 3 is 4. Anaconda 3 Offspring 2008 and Anaconda Trails of Blood, which came in 2009. I was confused there for a second, guys. It looks like 1 and 2 got the like the first 2 were the big ones. They got their own discs. Not a lot of features. Like, I mean, most features are on like Anaconda 2, not for the Blood Orchid. Yeah, it's got a cool poster and some cool like replica cards there, but not a ton of features on that. Sam Deegan does an amazing commentary. Sam Deegan, man, Kat Ellinger, and Heather Drain, Rachel Nesbitt. You can Alexandra. You can definitely Heller and Nicholas. You can definitely go by their commentaries. What's the best thing we put by Van Damme? Let's look. I can't even remember all of them right now. Everybody's different, so I'm going to start it by saying that everybody's different in what they like. Um, See, I like the hell out of this. Like, Cyborg is probably what I consider the best Van Damme film that I personally like. But like Street Fighter, I dig Street Fighter, man. Not gonna lie, Owen. I do dig Street Fighter. And Maximum Risk and Nowhere to Run. See these two right here? Big fan of those two films. So that'll give you an idea of some of the stuff that I like. So Maximum Risk is special. It's definitely special to me. I'm from Newfoundland, and that's stars Natasha Henstridge, who actually lived about 45 minutes away from me when I was growing up. She was much littler than me, so I actually graduated when she was still pretty small. I remember going down to the hockey games down there, where she's actually originally from. And I like Nowhere to Run too. Anybody else like these here? Anybody have any like thoughts on these films? So this is the one I think with Rosanna Arquette and maybe Kieran Culkin, like as a young kid. But I know like Nowhere to Run was one like I'm a huge fan of Rosanna Arquette. I got double team here. Actually, I got a bunch. I got a bunch here from a few here when Mill Creek sent some stuff out to me, and oh, God, they were so fun. I find all of these fun. Like I don't like. There's not one of these. Like if I was in the right area, man, to pick these up, I'd have them all. Do you like boobs? What the heck? What the hell? But yeah, I wish I would have picked up some of these here with the shiny covers and stuff like that. I really want to get some of these. See, what we got here in special offers. Anything showing up? Oh yeah, the Italian sales just getting over. Oh, for those that don't know, there's an Italian sale going on right now. So a lot of the really Italian stuff is like was on sale, but they usually always have some sales going on. These are most really regular prices here. There's a few like that are knocked down. Paganini Horror is like half, well, $7.99, so it's less than half price actually. Got a few here: Green Inferno, Iron Master, Black Veil for Lisa, which I know is something else actually. Rats, Night of Terror, like Zombie Flesh Eater 3, Nightmare Beach, Eyeball, great Lindsay film actually. Evil Eyes, Amazonia, The Mercenary, and the Eye of the Hurricane. And that one is The Fox with the Velvet Tail. Watch Me When I Kill, another great film. Hands of Steel 2019, Zombie Creeping Flesh, and Django Killed are all on for 7.99. I like Lionheart. I like Lionheart a lot. I like a lot of these films. I really do. Like, I love a good action film, or like just as long as it's not like a boring action film. I'm pretty much good with a lot of the action stuff, and I like the cheesy stuff too. The cheesy action films. I love like the Van Damme stuff. I like some Seagal stuff, like his early stuff, but his later stuff not so much because it gets boring, and it gets there's some films where there's one what they do with Michael Caine, and I always talk about this one. It always baffled me because it's supposed to be like an environmental type film, but Seagal wants to save the environment from like I think evil oil people by blowing up like an oil tank or something, an refinery. Anyway, it's hilarious. It makes no sense, but I thought okay, it's it's fun. But Seagal's stuff is his early stuff's his best, like Hard to Kill and stuff like that. I got to rewatch Lionheart, man. John, you make me want to rewatch it again. Hard Target is cool. Hard Target 2 with God, what's his name? Really good martial artist actually. Does a lot of lower budget films, but man, is he good with martial arts. Uh, I got Hard Target 2 here somewhere. My dad actually gave it to me. Who is the guy? It's like you know, like hey man, you gotta know, man. Who's the guy that did Hard Target 2? He did it. He's got like his own podcast, I think, or there's a podcast about all of his films out there. And I know because I've listened to it before. Really cool guy to watch, actually. Atkins, yeah, Scott Atkins. There you go. Dig his stuff a lot, man. All right, guys. So spent enough of my your time here, wasted enough of your time here tonight. I do want to thank you guys for coming in and joining me here tonight here in the Call to Cinema. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this and had as much fun doing the Call to Cinema and being in the Call to Cinema and just as much as I have. If you like the channel, like, share, subscribe. Um, if you got the extra bones to do it, please feel free to donate. It helps the channel a lot. And as always, there is a video coming up, a live video for the movie club members and the Crimson Cult. I will see you guys soon. Have a fantastic night. And as always, it costs nothing to be kind. So be kind to others and be kind to yourself because you do deserve it. And here in the Call to Cinema, there's always another movie. Have a great night, guys. Really do. Have a great, safe night. And I'll see you guys soon.